Chase, thank you. Covering southern Utah tonight, where the murder of Heather Barella, with the teenage suspect now in custody, has sparked new concern over Utah's gun laws and how effective they are in preventing minors from accessing firearms.
As lawmakers debate House Bill 133, which would change firearm restrictions for young adults, some argue the bill could make it easier for guns to fall into the wrong hands. Liv Kelleher joining us live with more tonight.
Yeah, that's right. HB 133 is a very large bill, and it's primarily focused on updating and standardizing language as it pertains to dangerous weapons. However, critics say there are some changes buried within this bill that could undo some key firearm safety measures that may end up impacting minors.
Is it more of the person than having the gun? But that could be argued, but at the same time, a restriction for the people who do want to do something wrong with a gun, I think it should definitely be more restricted.
The Gun Violence Prevention Center is not an anti-gun organization. What we are is an organization focused on changing laws and practices.
Gun safety advocate Nika Allgood says she's worried that HB 133, which would allow 18 to 20-year-olds to openly carry loaded firearms in public, could have unintended consequences.
The biological evidence suggests that our brains are still maturing during that age period, and that our impulse control is still maturing.
HB 133 also decriminalizes carrying a loaded firearm in public, reversing a previous 2 action before firing standard.
I'm very concerned about HB 133 potentially abandoning that standard and putting this in a situation where in public people can unintentionally fire a weapon or can, on very short impulse without taking any time to think, fire a weapon.
According to the Utah Commission on Criminal and Juvenile Justice, firearm-related offenses have more than doubled in the last decade. Allgood warns that making it easier for young adults to carry firearms in public could lead to an increase in minors having access to these guns.
If we make it easier for young adults to carry a firearm in public, it also makes it easier for minors to potentially get guns from friends and acquaintances.
HB 133 did receive a favorable recommendation by the House Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Committee and had its second reading on the House floor last week. Now, in order for it to pass, it needs to pass in both the House and the Senate. Live in St. George, Liv Kelleher, KUTV 2 News.